Greetings, gamer guys and gals. I'm One Less One, and today I'm going to be reviewing the newly buffed Sunder skill in patch 2.6. GGG has buffed the single target capabilities of Sunder substantially while reducing the AoE of the shockwaves that come out. The biggest problem with Sunder in recent patches or previous patches was the fact that the single target was really lacking unless you were doing some really insane attack speed stacking along with maybe either bleed and or poison combined to supplement the lack of single target. Now GGG has recently changed how AoE works, and with those changes they reduced the AoE on the shockwaves that come out when you hit with Sunder. Now the biggest thing that I've noticed with it is the single target has gone up tremendously, and in this footage you're seeing here, I have been grinding in the dried lakes. I just got to the dried lakes. I'm not doing this for some kind of demo of the build, more just to show you the capabilities of it. I just hit about level 34 when I got to dried lakes, and I was playing around with it. Now my gear in this video, I do have a 4-link Edge of Madness in my offhand, but my dual wielding setup right now is Flesh Eater with the Lakusha's Blade Elegant Sword Unique. What's really cool about this is it gives socketed gems are supported by level 1 multi-strike. And now what this does is when you have it in your offhand and you link up Sunder, since Sunder is only used with your main hand, you can get the multi-strike effect on Sunder at level 28, which I did. And I was able to equip Flesh Eater at level 32, the unique mace. Now I have been doing this just basically on a 4-link, and I have been absolutely smashing content. As you can see in the footage below, that I am just running through the dried lakes, basically quote-unquote one-shotting most things. I mean, it is a multi-strike, so it is attacking 3 times, but most of the time it is a one-click kill on most things. I have been testing out Ice Crash as well with an Edge of Madness. The reason I'm doing Ice Crash and Sunder is because I haven't really quite decided what I'm going to be doing endgame with this. I want to be using the Didus unique axe, the one that gives fire damage, and scaling burning damage as much as possible. And I don't know if doing a fast attacking Sunder would be the way to go, and hopefully maybe get an Emberwake drop if possible, or chance it. Or by doing an Ice Crash with the Didus and just doing as much upfront damage as I possibly can. So I'm just going to go over the gear really quick on this character. He's level 38. I just got done pretty much grinding dried lakes, and I'll just go over my gear really quick. So these are the setups I have. I have the Flesh Eater. This thing's really good, especially if you're doing like a physical attack like Sunder can be. The 1% physical leech as life is good, and then the 3% attack damage leech as life against bleeding enemies is actually pretty savage, because if you have this on your offhand for a basically a stat stick, you get 3% of your attack damage leeches life at any time. Using Loctania's Crest, amazing leveling gloves. Blood Boil, Mega Nords, some rare boots I found, just a white chest piece because it's 3-linked, again, just leveling gear. Ruby Ring, a really nice Fang Jaw talisman that I found a while ago. Ashenous Mark, just basically for the attack speed. And this is the Lakusha's Blade that gives me multi-strike. Now I am level 38, so once I get a 4-link, I will be switching out the chest piece for something else, obviously. Now in my offhand, I do have Edge of Madness. It is Ice Crash, faster attacks, melee physical, added fire, and just for the sake of this video, I am going to switch over to my Sunder setup. Now in this, I have Sunder linked with melee physical, faster attacks, and since it's in the sword, I get multi-strike. And we'll just go and smack a couple things just to show you guys the power it can have. So I use Herald of Ash and Hatred right now just for leveling. They're not going to be my end game aura setups. I really haven't figured that out quite yet. And whenever I do, I will update you guys on that. I did happen to find a Lion's Roar. That's pretty fucking sweet for some damage. And I have the Overflowing Chalice to basically just keep my flask up at all times. So, you know, no tip, no special thing, just pop Blood Rage, come out here, and start smashing away. As you can tell, I can keep my flask up pretty much I can usually have at least one of the unique flasks up at all times. Just smashing through. Yada, yada, yada. Pretty damn sweet. I do like the AoE of it. I've always liked Sunder as a skill. I think mechanically it's really cool. But again, like I said earlier, the single target was always the biggest problem with it. Now let's go ahead and find Vol really quick. Wall, no mana. What? Okay, here's a rare. So as you can tell, the single target is actually substantially better than what it previously was in other patches. That's why I've been wanting to try it ever since they changed it, how it works on the damage scaling since 2.6. So as you can tell, the AoE clear is pretty good. Not, of course, not like crazy, like maybe Spectral Throw or like Blade Flurry, but I've played the crap out of those builds, and I'm pretty much done playing them. And I'm having a hell of a time finding Vol, apparently. But I'm killing a bunch of rares and uniques, so I just two-shot that, you know, little spider dude. Alright, here's Vol. So let's go ahead and get one of our flasks up. And let's go ahead and smash up Vol here. So again, not the craziest single target, but much better than what it used to be. And just so you guys can see it, in case you didn't quite see enough in the video really earlier, I can show you really quick what an Ice Crash with Edge of Madness is. Now, I haven't done any of my Ascendancy points or anything like that. Once I do, I'll either be going Gladiator or Slayer, depending on if I want the Overleach or the block cap with the dual wielding. I will be using Didus as my main weapon, so I will be using 2 one-handers in the endgame. But yeah, pretty much that is you know, that's what I have for you guys today. You know, Ice Crash is obviously really strong since they buffed it recently in 2.6 as well. So I'm kind of torn on what I personally want to play in the, you know, in the end of it. Oh, here's a shrine. All right. So here's a rare right here. 1, 2. Pretty good, right? Pretty good. Hey, look, talisman. Hooray. Anyway, guys, that is pretty much what I have been doing. And again, I'm still just leveling this build. So when I do get it higher level, I will be equipping on the Didus and giving you guys an update on how it's going. But as far as that, that's going to be it for the video, guys. Thanks again for watching. I'm One Less One, and I'll see you next time.